Hello, this is Amanda Yates and welcome to my Don't Do This video. I apologize for the ambient sound behind me, but in my house right now, it is quite hard to find a place that's quiet. So the quietest place is out on my porch in the middle of a thunderstorm next to a 60-mile-per-hour road. So enjoy the ambient noise. My first don't of my video is if you don't have product placement jazz hands, don't try to have them. Just insert photos, as I've done here. These pigments, they're powdered pigments, I believe, are from Laura's Art Corner. They are beautiful. You will see them when they go into the resin. They saturate that resin and it looks just gorgeous. The colors keep. I love them. Laura was also nice enough to send me some free little glitter and pigments that I can't wait to use as well. So thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. I will be ordering again very soon. Now, my next don't is eyes. I am making a couple of frogs and a couple of octopods, octopi, octopuses, maybe. My intention was to put eyes in them. And I have not quite mastered that skill yet. I think after watching this video a couple times, I kind of get what I need to do for me to handle it better. I have J-Diction, the hard type, maybe? The UV resin. It's just a regular J-Diction UV resin. It's not the high viscosity, so it flows pretty quickly. And in this, I made really bad fish eyes with my eyes. Like it looked bad. So I went ahead and popped them out. So my don't give up on doing that. Keep trying. I should have, but at this point in my make, and you'll see in a minute here, I was done giving that a go. They came out great without the eyes, but they would have looked cute with. I mean, they just would. So now let's talk about my next don't. Don't be overexcited by your new products, because I finally got a debubbler and I was so excited about my debubbler. And instead of mixing all of my resin in one big cup and then separating and then mixing colors and then putting them into the debubbler, I can't say debubbler, into the machine, I mix them in 5 separate cups, each one with their own ratios. And when I realized after pouring the 5th cup that was a problem, I couldn't very well mix them into a cup because I was afraid that I wouldn't have, the numbers that I needed. So while making this, when I finally got out to the room to make this, these resins had all been sitting in their cups probably about 35 minutes. So you're going to see some serious flash curing going on, and it's a nightmare. So that's another don't. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Instead, mix everything in one big cup, separate it out, mix in your color, then debubble. That would be the logical way to do that. See, look at this. Look at this blobby mess. This is flash cured resin in the cup. Can't do anything with it. So now I'm going to continue to scrape all of these cups for everything they're worth. Let me just explain to you too. This is my next don't. If you have a climate-controlled room to work in, do that. Do that. We have had weather in the 90s all week, and I think at my sunroom, which is the room that I'm in right here, was probably about 112 when I was doing this. And everyone hated me, and I hated everyone. It was a fun time for everybody, not to mention all the things that were going horribly, horribly wrong. No, I didn't hate anybody. I love everybody. I just, it was a frustration, a big old frustration. And kids and husbands and dogs were all needing me at the same time that I was doing this. And dogs, speaking of dogs, we have 10 3-week-old, or about to be 4-week-old, sheepadoodle puppies. And if you want to see them, I have another channel called Pawberry Sheepadoodles. It's like strawberry, but pawberry with a P. Anyway, they're cute. If you want to watch them grow, please head over there and look at them. They're all named after the characters from the show Supernatural. It's kind of fun. So anyhow, back to this video. So yeah, if you have a climate control room, use it. I do have a climate control room. It's a big dungeon downstairs under our house, and it has countertops and a sink, and even has an old stove, eyes, the stove eyes and electric and all that stuff. And yeah, I just haven't quite got the courage up to kick the spiders out and make it my room yet. And then this happened. This is what happens when you drop your cell phone off of your tripod into a nearly cured piece. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not fun. It's really not. I have no case on my cell phone now. If you have a new tripod and you're not familiar with the mechanisms of how to dislodge your phone, take it off the table, unmount it, do whatever you have to do to make that not be something you have to worry about. So don't do that. I decided to take some more resin and some number 5 glitter and that's from Temu, and some purple glow powder, just because I was feeling feisty that day. Because now we're on Tuesday. I didn't mention that this project started on Monday. This is Tuesday. No, actually, we're on Wednesday now. We're already on Wednesday. But I filled in the holes, and then I made a turtle, and I made this lovely little puppy dog, and he turned out really cute. The glitter on his nose just kills me. He's got a sparkly little nose. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. Kind of. So anyway, we're on Wednesday now. This is Wednesday. And yeah, I'm demolding things, and everybody comes out, tentacles and toes in place. Just right now, I'm attempting to do the tape to get rid of the excess overpour, and yeah, it didn't work. So I'm good with it. I'm fine with cleaning things up. It doesn't bother me too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and demold everybody. And everyone turned out okay. I really actually liked the way these looked at the time. However, they weren't what I was going for. I was trying really hard to do a nod to Ben and Nick. Oh, there was a big crash of lightning, or a big flash of lightning right in front of me. So there's going to be an earth-shattering kaboom any second now. Like I said, there's a thunderstorm on the way. And yeah. Anyhow, thank you, Thunder. And thank you, puppies. I was trying to do a nod to the paddle pop pour that Ben and Nicole over at Ben's Works Makers Blogs does, because I love that. And, well, because my resin was in the state that it was in, the heat was the way that it was, yeah, I got Lifesavers. I got Lifesavers critters, and they're cute. I did keep 2 of these like this. And then the other 2, I decided they weren't what I was quite after. So I had a plan B. So that's a do. That's a do. Always have a plan B, C, D, and E if you need it. And that's kind of how this goes. And you'll see. Right here is another don't. If you were nice enough to give yourself a Dremel or some kind of small rotary tool that has a slew of sanding pads and buffing pads, use that. Don't do this. If you don't have that, then do this. This is 400 grade or 400 grit wet dry sandpaper. And this is what I decided to do. I decided to, fully experience what it would be like if that little red box with the Dremel that I own wasn't sitting right next to me and on the floor. And that took 25 million years to get to this point. So there's both of them sanded. And what I decided to do, plan B, was to try to create a relief in the color, kind of like magnifying the color. I've seen Daniel Cooper do it, and I'm learning this, so I'm trying all the new techniques, and so I really wasn't happy with what happened. So I was just kind of like, who cares? Let's try it. Another lightning bolt, so be prepared, pick-a-boom. Anyhow, So right now I am just putting some PVA glue on my octopus and my frog. And look at those dots, aren't they wonderful? Another don't. If you decide to do this with a needle nose bottle like I did, don't leave the needle nose in. Go ahead and take a pair of pliers and pull them out, because the hole in the blue tip is going to be ample big, yet not too big, to allow this glue to come out. I'm not sure if you'll actually see it, but because of the needle nose, or the needle nose on it, because of that, my thumb pad started to cramp up really bad, so I had to use 2 hands to squeeze the glue out onto the surface, and that was fun. And also, the glue decided to start coming out of the side of my bottle where the lid screws on, instead of actually going through the tip of the needle, which was, again, fun stuff. But, you know, I made it work. That's one thing. When things go wrong, my biggest do is when things go wrong, just keep going forward. Just keep trying. Don't give up. That's a don't. Don't give up on it. Just keep on. Things will work out however they're supposed to work out. And these guys turned out pretty freaking cool. I didn't think they would work out at all. I was kind of wondering if I was even going to make another video. I really want to get to where I'm making a video a day like everybody else. Not to be like everybody else, but to kind of learn this skill set even more. And I love this community. This community is amazing, and I am learning so much from all of you, and I really appreciate it. And, you know, while I'm talking about appreciation, if you are a subscriber, I appreciate you more than you can imagine. I live out in the sticks and don't have many people around me, so, you know, having a community here on YouTube is a blessing. I really do appreciate it. I think it's amazing. So now I have spray painted my frog and my octopus with black spray paint, just Rust-Oleum, just 1 coat, and let it set overnight. So I think we're on Saturday now. We've gone all the way to Saturday. And I am going to peel all of the paint. I'm going to peel away all of the glue. And all the glue comes up kind of like, I'm using a weeding tool, a Cricut weeding tool. And basically I'm just grabbing onto the glue, and it's peeling right off. And it's actually very satisfying. I don't know if you were one of those kids, but I was one of those kids that would paint my hand with PVA glue and sit there and wait for it to dry at the end of class, you know, at the end of the day. And that's what I would do on the bus on the way home, was just peel the glue off of my hand. It was a weird thing. I was a weird kid. This is how I am, who I am today. So anyway, this is kind of like that. It's kind of fun, too, to watch the colors start to pop through the black. It's really very satisfying. Okay, so from here, I am going to take some UV resin, J. Diction UV resin, and I'm going to fill in all of my lines and all of my dots and attempt to amplify the exposed resin underneath. And it turns out pretty cool. I'm pretty satisfied. So thank you so much for watching. Here comes some music, because this is an epic turnaround. And I love you, and subscribe if you want. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Sticky hands and a broken dream. Poured too fast, now it's not what it seemed. Colors swirl, but the cracks run deep. A masterpiece lost in resin sleep. Hearts on fire, but the mold won't hold. Fingers tremble and the resin's cold. Frustration builds like a tidal wave. This heart is drowning and needs to be saved. Hearts on fire, but the mold won't hold. Fingers tremble and the resin's cold. Frustration builds like a tidal wave. This art is drowning and needs to be saved. Pick up the pieces, don't let it die. Turn the chaos into something that flies. Repair the broken, paint a new sky. This resin art will rise or I'll cry. Trips on the table and a hardened stain. torch burns bright, but the bubble's strong, trying to fix where it all went wrong. Scraping edges with a steady hand, turning disaster into something grand. A second chance for the resin to glow. From catastrophe, let the beauty flow. Pick up the pieces, don't let it die. Turn the chaos into something that flies. Repair the broken, paint a new sky. This resin art will rise or I'll cry. Pick up the pieces, don't let it die. Turn the chaos into something that flies. Repair the broken, paint a new sky. This resin art will rise or I'll cry. Pick up the pieces, don't let it die. Turn the chaos into something that flies. Repair the broken, paint a new sky. This resin art will rise or I'll cry. Or I'll cry. Drips on the table and a hardened stain, fighting failure with the raw disdain. The torch burns bright but the bubble's strong, trying to fix where it all went wrong.
This piece should feel triumphant and grand, starting with the bold fanfare of wood, so and resonate through the wonderful orchestral landscape. There it strings to create harmonic foundation.